everybody, welcome to this week's Weigh-In Wednesday on our channel, We to 3.
Hey guys!
Hello!
What's up? This is actually our 5th Weigh-In Wednesday update.
Yes.
And it's actually only been, essentially, if you're counting, 4 weeks that we've been following like a lifestyle change to try and lose weight.
Well, and I was even a little rough from the get-go.
So maybe it's like week 2 for Edwin.
We're not really sure.
So if you guys haven't watched our previous Weigh-In Wednesday updates, please look down below for our latest one. And if you go to our playlists area on our channel, you can find all of them logged there. So you can watch us all the way from the beginning.
So let's start with the food portion of this last week. If you're following with MyFitnessPal, I have maybe not logged the last few days, but that's actually fine because I'm going to do it today. Who has time? It's super hard.
Well, and the other thing about that is that with our MyFitnessPal log, I also fall behind on it quite often. But to be honest, that's because our meals are so repetitive for us that we know at a base level kind of where we're at on any given day because we eat the exact same thing every single day. Yeah,
very true. And even just today, we went to the grocery store and it's Wednesday. And I think last week we ended up hitting up the grocery store on Thursday. And come Sunday, Alicia was like, I really enjoy not having to go to the grocery store on Sunday.
We had always gone to the grocery store on Sundays, and it has changed the game to not have to do that and to like open up the rest of the week to just going to the grocery store when we need to.
What she actually said was, all this time I thought that I enjoyed grocery shopping on Sunday.
I thought that was like how I like to do it, like starting the week off with a full fridge. But as it turns out, I like to have a full fridge just all the time. Like there's not a day that I need to have a full fridge because I just like it to be stocked all the time. The only thing is that what I've noticed so far with like switching our meals to organic is that we do go through food a lot more, faster for sure. And certain things like way more often we go through them than others. So it's just kind of been like a guess and check kind of game. I have no idea how much to buy at any given point because I don't know how soon it's going to go bad or how quick we're going to use it. With organics, it's a little bit different as far as the shelf life. So that's the only part of it that I'm still kind of like feeling out. For example, we are already out of like Satsuma tangerines and apples. And when we were at the grocery store we were at today, they didn't really have a selection that was organic that also looked good. So that's an item that I have to go search for individually outside of like even just our usual shopping trips. So grocery shopping in and of itself has become kind of a thing. But on the bright side, I think having all that healthy organic food in the house has made it so that we only eat that. I would say that this week has been our best week eating-wise so far.
I would definitely agree. And I think too, going back to buying the organic stuff, is that because it is a bit more expensive, we're shopping for it so frequently, we're not throwing anything out. Like we're eating everything that's in our fridge, which is actually really nice. It makes me feel good about not throwing food away.
Totally. And we were pretty bad offenders before we started this journey as far as like shopping for things we thought we would eat, ending up not eating them because we just went out to eat instead. Like we were pretty bad about that. But I actually can't remember what we last ate out.
We actually went to the movies on Friday.
And that was the last time we've eaten out?
Yep.
But when did we go before that?
That's very true.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, that part of our lives is definitely improving. The other part that's totally improving is like our consumption level of sweets and like sugar things. Bless his heart, Edwin is not like a sugar fiend. I swear I have turned him into one because he married me.
Ever since we started dating, I was never really into like candy because it was just, I don't know, I just never really wanted candy. I'm more of like, I'm pretty Latino, like I want all the salty things and like all like the savory salty things. But when I started dating her, it was all like candy, like that was her, like let's go to the store and just get like snacks.
Ice cream.
Yeah, all the
like,
ice cream.
Snack cakes. Like I am bad about sugar. Sugar is my thing. But I think that we've done a really good job of reining it in, like as far as our sugar stuff. Definitely we follow the 80-20 rule, so like 80% of our diet is good and on track and 20% of it is like, you know, things we don't normally eat on a daily basis.
Right.
So Saturday we did go to the movies and that would be an example. We had like a little bit of candy each between us.
Shared a small soda.
Yeah, and like that was enough for us, and it was enough for like the whole week. I haven't really had sugar cravings otherwise.
There's been times when I'm at work and hear someone open up a soda, and I'm like, oh, I mean, it just
That
sounds
great.
No,
yeah.
it sounds gross to me
really?
now, actually. Now I'm like, oh,
That's
it
a
doesn't
pride
sound
moment.
very
That's
good.
proud.
I don't know. I think if I were to go with my Make-A-Wish, if I were to have a Make-A-Wish, it would be either a Mexican Coke or like a cherry Coke. So if it's not those two things,
then
and if they're
it
not
doesn't
around,
really
then it's
thrill
not
us.
worth it
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
The other thing is that I have tried actually this week. I tried to indulge a little bit because I hadn't been, and I got so sick. I was miserable. I tried to have a little bit of like organic vanilla ice cream with a little bit of like our leftover candy from the movie kind of like crushed up in it. It was just like a small little serving, like maybe between a third and a half a cup of ice cream. It was nothing.
It was a baby portion.
And I was sick all night that night.
Yeah.
Like I was in and out of getting out of bed because I was just ill and could not get comfortable. And it was terrible. And now I don't even have the desire for ice cream anymore because all I can think about is being ill with it and just...
I took a video, fun fact, I took a video of this the next day when she was so tired and exhausted and wondering why she was so sick. And I took a video, and then we were driving around on Sunday. That happened Saturday night. We drove around on Sunday, and we passed a Dairy Queen, and she was like, FYI, they have grasshopper blizzards. I'm just putting it out there. And so I was driving to like show her the video while we were driving.
And then I totally remembered the incident the night before, and I was like, oh yeah, that does not sound good actually.
Yeah.
No, never mind. And then I remembered.
Yeah.
So good thing you took that video, because now I will remember that ice cream makes me super sick. And I think that just like changing your diet, you become intolerant to certain things. I think that maybe it's a lactose thing for me. I don't drink milk anymore, and I have like cheese maybe and a little bit of yogurt, but otherwise everything else is like almond milk or like milk substitute. So I think it was just the milk in it that really bothered me. But it's interesting how when your eating starts to change, you can't do the things you used to, and it's a bummer. But it's also really good.
That's part of like the mentality part of it, I guess you could say. Because it's like, it's your craving and it's a habit, but your body doesn't really want it, so it rejects it.
Yep. Oh, my body did that.
Yeah.
Our gym routine actually also really improved this week. I think this week has in general been the best week as far as like being on track and like mentally.
Aside from logging
there.
food, it's definitely been better.
Yeah, this week has definitely been a week where it felt like it was clicking. I definitely followed what I said I was going to do last week, which was to start the Couch to 5K program. The only part of last week that I haven't really kept up with is the Jillian Michaels 30-day shred.
Yeah.
That's become a little bit more sporadic, just because if I'm gonna make the choice between getting to the gym and running or doing a workout video at home, and I have the energy to get to the gym and do running, that's what I prefer to do, just because I think right now it's a little bit more effective for me. Who knows what will happen later, but I did follow up from last week and started the Couch to 5K. I did my first run on Saturday morning and my second one on Monday, and I'm due for my third run today. So that's kind of why we're hurrying through this video, because I gotta get there, I gotta get that running. So.
I was super proud of her though for going on Saturday, because I was out having a meeting and she was out running, so I was super impressed with her.
That is not a normal thing.
It was awesome.
That's a new habit.
I've also been doing pretty good sticking to my fitness goals, making it to the gym for sure. I could definitely be doing more weights, but I've just been a little cardio bunny. Don't mind me.
Cardio bunny.
Cardio bunny.
Getting it on the elliptical.
You know. Getting to the gym has also helped me lose a bit of weight this week. I've lost 2 pounds.
Yay!
Super stoked.
Is it a 3?
No.
Didn't you say 233 this morning?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He even surprised himself.
Foggy noggin in the morning.
Foggy noggin.
Foggy noggin. So yeah, I've lost actually 3 pounds this week. Super stoked.
Fancy.
I'm pretty cool. So I went from a stalemate to 236 to 233. So I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, and 3 pounds in a week is really impressive. I mean, it's not unheard of for men. Men lose weight a lot easier than women, but that's really awesome, especially because we were at a stalemate for a little while. So props to get it. I actually think that getting to the gym for me has also made a big difference. I don't know if I've lost more weight than the other weeks respectively, I basically just kind of stayed at my same pace. So last week, I believe I was at 215 on the scale, and I thought I might have been a little bit lighter. This morning I was 213 on the scale, and still think I might just be a little bit lighter because of the conditions I weighed myself under.
Right.
So 2 pounds again this week. I started at 220, so we're doing pretty good. I mean, from 220 to 213, and I think we've been doing this since this is our 5th update, and we've only been doing it 4 weeks. That's a month. So that's pretty solid. I'm really happy with that progress. My really ultimate goal, and one thing that I've been tracking more recently, is getting down to a BMI that's really healthy for my height. I know that BMIs are kind of an outdated tool, but they're still what most healthcare professionals use to measure whether you're overweight or obese or morbidly obese. Like that's the scale that they use.
Right.
So my ultimate goal weight is like really far down the road, but my mini goals are to get within like certain parameters of BMI. So right now I'm at 213. The next step for me would be to get to 196 is like the number I have in my head, because at that point for my height, I would no longer be considered obese. That would just put me in the overweight category. Just barely. Like that is the ultimate, like that's the line. Like I would have to be 196 or lower. So that's my next goal weight, and like that's what I'm working towards.
We haven't really talked about goal weights, but that's a good idea. I should probably figure out what that would be.
For yourself.
Yeah.
A little mini goal to like strive towards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a mini goal even between that. I use goal numbers in my head to like really motivate me. And my mini goal before that is like 209, because that is actually the weight I was pre-miscarriage. Mm-hmm. So my first goal is to get to that weight, and then my second goal is to get into like overweight BMI category.
Squash it.
Yeah, squash that. And that's basically it for this week's update. For next week, I don't really have a ton of updates or things we're going to switch out. I think that we've finally found a combination that really works for us.
Right.
So I think next week is just going to be about like
keeping it up.
Yeah, definitely. Creating these habits, continuing to do them. I think the more that we do them, the more they become just like inherent things that we do.
Right. And I think for me, being even more consistent with getting to the gym, I mean, I think I made it like intermittently last week, but I mean, really sticking to a time and a day and a schedule, I think would be pretty solid for me. And that's it for this week's Weigh-In Wednesday numero 5 edition.
Yep, that's our 5th full video of our weight loss journey.
That is crazy.
I am feeling pretty good about it.
This is insane.
It's crazy that we've been doing it for 5 weeks already. It feels like time has flown by. Thank you guys so much for following us along on our journey. Again, we say it every week, but it really is true. Every week we have people saying great job or keep it up or you guys are doing so great. I had actually a couple people, I wrote a blog post on my Trying to Conceive blog today, and a couple people were like, you have been so inspiring. I love watching you on YouTube, and I was so flattered. It was so sweet. But really though, that like totally keeps us going. This entire process of YouTube and documenting our journey has just been such a huge help. So please keep leaving us likes and comments and subscribing to the videos. You can even find us on like Twitter and Instagram and get more updates about like how our days are going and what we're doing like that way between updates.
Just hanging out.
Just hanging out. You can always like write us even a message on our YouTube channel itself, and I totally respond to those, and Edwin sees them. Even if he doesn't write back, he sees them.
I still like you.
Yeah. He's there. It's fine. Anyway, thank you guys again so much.
Thank you.
Subscribe below. We love your faces. We'll see you next week for Weigh-In Wednesday number 6. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, dang it, I ruined it. Our dog is doing the most adorable things off screen right now. You don't even know.
There's that dog in the window.
I think she sees friends. I'm gonna take a picture of her. You guys have not met our dog yet, but she is adorable.
It's pretty cute.